Most people contribute to their 401k for years without ever asking these questions. Well, today I'm going to show you the questions to ask your retirement provider about your 401k. Hi, I'm Charlie, and I help people grow in their spiritual, physical, and financial wellness through practical strategies that create real change. If you like this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Now let's break down 3 quick terms you should understand in your retirement account. First, expense ratio. An expense ratio is the annual fee you pay to own a fund. For example, if a fund has a 1% expense ratio, that means you pay $10 per year for every $1,000 invested. Lower expense ratios mean more of your money stays invested and working for you. Second, target date funds. A target date fund is an all-in-one fund that automatically mixes stocks and bonds based on a retirement year. As you get closer to retirement, it becomes more conservative. These can be convenient, but they often have higher fees and don't always track the market. Third, S&P 500 index funds. An S&P 500 index fund tracks the 500 largest companies in the United States. Because they simply follow the market instead of trying to beat it, they usually have lower fees and historically strong long-term performance. Here's the difference. A target date fund automatically shifts your money from stocks into bonds as you get closer to retirement. An S&P 500 index fund simply tracks the 500 largest companies in the U.S., the companies that's literally driving our economy. It doesn't try to beat the market, it follows the market. And historically, the market has averaged about 10% per year over time, sometimes even more. That's why many investors choose low-cost index funds that track the S&P 500. This is not telling you what to choose, it's helping you understand what to look for. Now, when you call, you're going to ask these questions. Question 1, what fund or funds am I currently invested in? The first thing you want to know is where your money is actually going. Your provider will give you the name of the fund. Sometimes they'll give you the ticker symbol also. Write it down exactly. This matters because not all funds perform the same. Many investors want a fund that tracks the S&P 500 because it follows the overall market instead of trying to beat it, remember? Question 2, what is the expense ratio for each fund? The expense ratio is the annual fee you pay to own that fund, right? The goal is to keep fees as low as possible so more of your money stays invested and growing. Question 3, what has the 5-year annualized return been? Annualized returns means the average yearly return over that period of time. This helps you see how the fund has performed through different market conditions. Many investors look for something around 7% or higher over the long term. Question 4, what has the 10-year annualized return been? This shows how the fund has performed over a longer period of time. Long performance matters more than short-term performance because retirement investing is a long-term strategy. Question 5, what other investment options are available in my plan? Make sure your provider is patient with you. This may take some time, and that's okay. Every employer has a different menu of different funds. Some may track the S&P 500, while others may be bond funds, international funds, or target date funds. The goal here is simply to understand all the choices available to you. Question 6, am I currently invested in a target date fund? Question 7, if I am invested in target date funds, what percentage of my money is in stocks versus bonds? Stocks generally provide more growth over time, while bonds are typically more conservative. Knowing this breakdown helps you understand how your money is actually being invested. Now here's the kicker. Question 8, how do I change my allocation? In most retirement plans, you can change where your future contributions go, and you can also move the money that is already invested. This is often called a reallocation or fund exchange. You're not withdrawing the money. There's no fees here. You're simply choosing where your investments are placed. Lastly, how to find out what's in your 401k on your own. You might already have this information in your retirement app. Look for portfolio or investments on your app. If you don't use the app, just call your 401k provider and ask them to mail you your account statement. Once you have it, you'll be able to see exactly where your money is invested. The goal is not to guess or assume. The goal is to understand where your retirement money is invested so you can make informed decisions. Now that you know the questions to ask, you can start making decisions that support your future. Your retirement account shouldn't be a mystery. It should be a strategy. So save this video so you remember the questions to ask. Now that you're starting to understand your investments, look out for my next video where I talk about the truth about a 401k and how to take real ownership of your finances through investments you control.